Hey, what's going on, everyone? It is Dustin here, the Pro Picker, and I am outside the Amazon bin sales waiting for them to open. Today is the restock day, so everything in the store is $6. It's all Amazon returns, liquidation, shelf pulls, missed ships, that sort of thing. And I am the first one in line, so I get right to it, and I make some pretty big bold grabs in the beginning there. And I grab this awesome Deep Space Nine model and a power supply there, a cool sheet set, just kind of stacking in the immediate moment there, and head over to the table here where we're going to eventually go through everything and make sure it's all still there, and do a quick drop off of what's some pretty good finds. I do have a second bag in hand there, so go ahead and start picking up some other things. We don't keep everything you see me grabbing. I'm going to throw occasional comps on the screen for you guys. I don't know if that person was taking a photo of me with the phone or not. I'd never noticed that until I just started this voiceover. If so, hello, random person. If you see this AC adapter, throw that in the bag, but decide against it. That brand, those things don't seem to go for too much. So yeah, guys, super stoked about how today worked out. If you want to see, what we expect to actually make off of everything, my wife and I are both here at this bin sale. Stay till the end, and I'll run through all the numbers and show you guys everything that we picked up. This is just kind of the picking aspect of it. So the merchandise seemed to be a little bit higher grade on this run than it's been the last couple weeks, and that's nothing against these guys. They do an awesome job curating this and bringing us really cool inventory to source every week. It's just that there's an ebb and flow, just like the thrift stores. Anywhere you go that you're sourcing, you're gonna have times where you find crazy items and times where you're just kind of barely making it, getting to $25, $30. So this was definitely one of the better days that we've had recently here. My largest haul ever, however, was about 5 weeks ago. So I was kind of like expecting to piggyback off that for a while and be like, oh my God, we're just going to get so much more stuff. So we have most of the stuff listed. I would say 2/3 of it listed already, so that's kind of why this video is coming out a little bit later today, because we're just prioritizing listing really heavily right now, trying to grow the store. We managed to get up 30 listings today, not counting shoes, so we're utilizing a sales assistant listing service for all of our shoes that I've been taking in at the thrift store right now. We're not counting those listings towards our listing total. That's gravy on top. So these are 30 manually listed items per day that we're trying to get in, and the shoes are kind of a side project of ours. Speaking of shoes, I do pass on these boots. They might have actually been worth it. You could be surprised by some of the Amazon footwear. It can actually be pretty decent on the reselling side. And I did want to mention something else that I made a point of. You can tell I really don't script these. I just kind of go by the seat of my pants when I do these voiceovers. Fly by the seat of my pants. That's the expression. So I met somebody named Greg today, and he actually recently started doing videos himself. I didn't catch the channel name. If you see this, feel free to throw it in a comment down below. I'll add it to the description. So Greg has a really interesting story, and I think this really tells the power of reselling. So this is why I do this. I mean, reselling can give you that independence that you need. Greg had mentioned to me, and not to get into specifics, but he had some health problems that forced him into retirement. And he was able to make a living and, actually, find something to do through reselling, which is awesome. So, he's not working his normal job anymore, but he's still able to provide an income and a living for his family through reselling. I know reselling is often demonized by people that don't understand it completely or don't understand kind of the market principles at play, but it's really awesome. And his wife's even getting into it, wondering, hey, can we replace my income through it if I join in? And, that's something that I find very admirable, and just a great story of that entrepreneurship and stepping outside of the mold. My story's a little bit different. The second time around for reselling for me this time. I did it off and on a little bit for a while, but my big time reselling is kind of like the flea market eBay era of like 2010 to 2013. And I ended up eventually, after becoming a Twitch streamer for a while, partnered and everything, giving that up to go into the corporate world. And eventually, with everything that's going on in the world right now and some very unrealistic performance standards for a very marginal territory, I was not able to keep that employment. So I immediately decided to fall back on reselling. I had some capital, some money saved up this time, and we're not necessarily running profitably right now. And the reason I say that is I'm dumping everything into expanding this business. We do plan on bringing on an employee eventually and everything. So to help with the listing, because that's our biggest bottleneck, quite honestly, is getting things listed. Even if I do bring somebody on, we're still going to have to list. It's just how it's going to be. But yeah, I was able to personally list 21 items today. She grabbed 9 plus shot some shoes to the seller assistant app. And yeah, it's just, that's one of those things. It's the power of reselling. It's a great thing to do when your back's against the wall sometimes. But honestly, I love it. It's just the independence of being able to do it. You have to be self-motivated. You have to get out there and you have to do the picking. You have to do the sourcing. You have to do the listing. You have to do this, the fulfillment of orders. I mean, you can do Amazon FBA, so I guess you don't even really have to do that. Real quick shot here on the Star Trek DS9 model. Really cool. It's kind of, I guess, ironic. My wife and I just finished binging through all of the seasons of Deep Space Nine, which is a series in Star Trek that was in the 90s. And this is really cool. It's die-cast with a few plastic components. It's got a stand and everything. I already have it listed on the store. I listed it for $5 cheaper than Amazon. I'm the only one on eBay with one right now. So I figured, let somebody save $5 if they buy it from me. If you guys are Star Trek fans, go ahead and comment down below why Quark is the best character in Deep Space Nine. And you can put any reason you want. Just explain to me why he is, and I will read them. But yeah, definitely a Quark fan. That he pulled off that role so well. And the power supply here was a pretty solid pickup. Now, there are fancier brands than this Game Max, which I think is just like made for Amazon style brand. But it is an 80 plus bronze there. So, it's a decent power supply for a gaming PC. And I think I'll get about $70 for it. So we end up grabbing a total of 45 items, and she's paying right now. I tossed her the money to do so I could start dragging this stuff out to the car. Little bit of multitasking. I'm really a fan of what we picked up today. I think it'll sell pretty decently. The thing about the Amazon returns, unless you're buying pallets of it, I wouldn't make it your sole thing. I would make it as part of your product mix. And my reasoning for that is it tends to sell at a slow drip outside of Q4. So I'm okay financially if all this stuff is paid off by Q4, and then I happen just to go ham and sell into profit. I'll survive doing that, especially with the fact that, I find other deals and things out there that sell quicker. So the margins can be pretty good here, and it's pretty secure stuff. I mean, people are buying this, so like these items have a proof of concept already because they're being sold on Amazon on a very frequent basis. So here's everything laid out on the table for you guys to check out. And yeah, there's the Deep Space Nine model. Not the most expensive thing that we picked up today. However, one of the higher end items that we did grab, and definitely cool. Again, I'm a Trekkie. I've mentioned it multiple other times in the channel. Before I get into numbers, guys, if you haven't, please consider subscribing, turning on the bell notifications, leaving a comment down below, and liking the video. All of those things help me out immensely, and I would really appreciate it. I've been putting quite a bit of work into the YouTube channel lately, and I really appreciate everybody's support. If you could do those things on top of it, and watching the videos to the end. I also want to shout out the people that have been watching my backlog. I'll get comments on some of my other like thrift store videos from months ago, and that's really cool of you guys. I do appreciate that too. That's another way that helps me out quite a lot. And if you haven't already, consider following me on Instagram. It's at ProPickerOhio, where I try to post behind the scenes content that you're not seeing here on YouTube, and more on the reseller business side of things than the wow, look at what I found, which is cool stuff too. I like both. But that's kind of where, if you're wanting to fill in that gap of the more business-oriented side of what Pro Picker does, you'll probably see more of that over there. So let's go ahead and get into the numbers here, guys. So we're looking at this is all estimated, by the way. Real quick disclaimer, this is once everything sells through. This is the potential profit. This isn't considering that I may take some offers on some things. So it will be a little bit less at the end of the day. It's also not taking into account my roughly 1.85% return rate. So so this is pre-tax. I don't really get into the tax minutia on this channel because I'm not a CPA or a tax attorney, and I really don't want to go down that road. If you do have any tax questions, I would probably direct you towards a professional. So this is all pre-tax net profit. So we're gonna list everything on eBay for $1,678.89. That will be free shipping. So we bake the shipping cost into the price of the item for an algorithm boost through eBay, and for the fact that it's a buyer expectation. There's a little more to free shipping than that, but for brevity's sake, I'll just kind of leave it at that. So our shipping expense will be $347. With a cost of goods of $204, and our eBay fees, and we're through managed payments now, so no PayPal fees, it's just all through eBay, will be an estimated $218.26. So we're looking at a rough net profit of $909.63, which is an outstanding day. We're talking, probably once everything's said and done and all the work involved, making $50, $60 an hour each when it comes down to it, which is not a bad day at all. And it's a pretty good turn on our money. So I'm stoked, very happy with the results of today. We did not go for the noon restock, so this was just one go at it at the bends. And with that, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks.